Anyway. Morning already? I checked the time. 7:19? That seems about right. I stayed up later yesterday. I sort of forgot I was supposed to make a poem until it was time to go to bed, so I took care of that first. I should probably get up. I got less time to get ready after all. Alright, what's for breakfast? Open the fridge to see what I have. I might be stupid. I forgot to buy groceries. Again. When will I learn? I literally have no food. Ah, I've got it. I'll head over to Sayori's house. I haven't had a meal at her place in a while, so it might be a bit awkward. But I'm very hungry, and that sort of takes priority. Here's Sayori's, knock knock knock. That's odd. Her parents were always quick to answer the door, and they usually left for work after we went to school. Try knocking again. Oh, there's some movement from behind the door. My dude, it's not time to go to school yet. What are you doing here? A weird way to greet a friend. Hey, so I may or may not have no food at my house. Could I have breakfast with you guys? It's just breakfast. You don't need to think that hard about it. Okay. Sayori leads me into her house. I'm almost out of Pepsi. Dang. Notably absent is any sign of her parents. Hey, Sayori? Yeah? Did your parents leave for work early or something? Oh, they're both on a business trip until next week. Wait, both of them? Yeah. What are the odds? Actually, both of mine are gone on business trips too. I don't know when they'll get back. Have you been feeling lonely, my dude? A little bit, but the club and the boys have kept me from getting too stir crazy, so it's fine. Oh, okay. Huh. I thought she said that seeing me get along with everybody was her favorite part. Sayori's had a few off moments lately. Anyway, you want me to help you with breakfast since it's just the two of us? Sure, my dude. We both make our way into the kitchen. So what's on the menu, chef? You got eggs, bacon, bread, and some batter. You guys still have the waffle iron? Yeah. Nice. You want bacon and waffles? Sounds great, my dude. With our mission objective set, we get cooking. I've been manning the bacon on the pan while Sayori's babysitting the waffle iron, an arrangement intentionally designed so Sayori is as far away from the stove as possible. Her parents aren't home, so it's fair to use a bit more caution, or at the very least I think so. I even need to read that line. Waffles are done. Hell yeah. The bacon's already pretty crispy, so I take the strips from the pan and get them on 2 plates. With breakfast ready, we sit down at the dining table. It's been so long since we last had breakfast with each other, my dude. Yeah, I think the last time was back in elementary. Hey, Sayori, do you mind helping me get groceries after school? Eh? Why are you surprised? I literally told you that I was out of food when I got here. Oh, yeah, right. So, are you gonna help me or not? Sure thing, my dude. Nice. Ah, time to go to school, Sayori. Okay. We clean up our plates, put them in the sink, and head for school. The school day passes in a blink of an eye. To be honest, I've been thinking about Sayori for most of it. She was spacing out pretty hard at breakfast, which is unusual for her. She always loved breakfast. I'll try talking to her when we're buying groceries. Oh, speak of the devil. Hi, my dude. What's up? Nothing. It's just really nice seeing you in the club. We literally had breakfast together. See? Sayori's acting weird. Yeah, it's nice seeing you here too. My dude? Yeah? You know how we're getting groceries later? Yeah? Well, I'm pretty hungry now. Will you come with me to buy a snack? You're really asking me to go buy you a snack, aren't you? No. Yeah. Now, Sayori, you need to work on your honesty. Let's go. Eh, seriously? Yeah, I'm gonna be spending your allowance money anyway, so why not? Huh. For the first step in our glorious snack quest, we make it to the club room door. But before we can leave into the hallway... Gah! Sayori, you good? It seems that Sayori was hit in the face by an unidentified flying object. following the culprit to its destination on one of the nearby tables. It's a cookie. Owie. What was... Ooh, a cookie. Sayori looks around, presumably to find the origins of this mysterious baked good. Is this a miracle? Somehow, I doubt that. Thank you, God. Haha, yeah, right. Figures. I knew for a fact God doesn't bake that often. He's more of a grilling guy. I was planning on giving it to you later, but you managed to hoodwink my dude into getting you something before I had the chance. It was pretty funny, though. Oh my gosh, thank you, Natsuki. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie? I thought cookies were for eating, not hugging. After giving the cookie unneeded tender love and care, she voraciously rips open the wrapper and takes a big bite out of it. It's so good! Don't talk with your mouth full, Sayori. Sayori suddenly puts both of her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue! And that's why we don't talk with our mouth full. At least Natsuki seems to be getting some fun out of this. Sayori really is the gift that keeps on giving. They're going through a lot over one cookie. And then... Gonna try it. Cheese. Beggars can be choosers, but yours is chocolate. Yeah. Sayori makes her way over to Natsuki, wrapping her arms around it from behind. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand. Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori leans closer to take a bite out of the cookie. Hey, my dude! No, I'm not doing that voice. What you got there? Oh, this? Mom packed a chocolate cookie in my lunch. Can I have it? What? No! It's my cookie! Okay. What's that over there? Sayori points out the window. Huh? I tried to see what Sayori was pointing at, but it's just the tree that's always been there. Sayori, what were you pointing at? Hey! My cookie is gone! And Sayori has brown crumbs on her shirt! My cookie! I know what I must do. I get up from my seat, bolt towards Sayori, and get her in a full Nelson. Yeah! Natsuki, eat your cookie. Huh? Eat it now! Do it now, Gohan! Finally understanding the urgency of the situation, Natsuki scarfs down her cookie in a couple of bites. It's finished. So yeah, this scene is very silly. I had a lot of fun making it. Like, I made a whole minute-and-a-half track for like the 10 seconds of text that you would read. And I think it's really funny to me because like whenever I saw like the original DDLC, Sayori just like taking a bite out of Natsuki's cookie and getting away with it just like really pissed me off. So I was like, not in my version. I'm not having that. I will send in MC through full Nelson Sayori. I'm not about that cookie slaughter. I'm not about it. What is happening? It seems we startled Yuri. My dude, why did you do that? That was for my cookie in the 4th grade, you cookie monster. The criminal retreats to her hideout. Ugh. Hey, wait a minute. Where's Monica? Eh? It appears that broke Natsuki out of her trance. This is vanilla, mostly. Nope, don't know where she is. Sayori sheepishly slides back into the conversation. I hope she's okay. She's mine, something to do, popular. She's probably more desirable than any of us combined. Hey! I wouldn't go that far. Huh? So, my intent with the Natsuki saying huh line was that she was, like, reacting to MC being like, I wouldn't go that far, as in Monica's, like, more desirable than all of you. So, like, what I'm thinking Natsuki's hearing from my dude is like, something along the lines of, like, you're desirable too. And that's what she's getting awkward about. Because she probably would be awkward about that. Even if that's not what my dude said. Anyway. Monica's late. Neither of us say anything and look back towards Monica. Vanilla. Monica looks at me. They gaslit themselves into thinking you were late because of a new boyfriend. Oh. What were you doing anyway? Study hall, lost track of time. Makes no sense, because she was playing piano. Piano? Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. Oh, I don't really. Piano? What's your favorite scale? You like piano? Okay, name every scale. What? You know, C major, D minor, that sort of thing. Personally, you can't go wrong with D major, but I'm partial to E Phrygian myself. And, special shout out to, like, D Dorian. I think that's, like, the Ocarina of Time key that all the Ocarina of Time songs are in, because it's really good. Love that one. You play piano too, my dude? I took lessons back in middle school, but I don't play too frequently. Huh? But I don't remember you playing piano. That's so cool! Glitch text. Glitch text is back. We're back. We're back with the glitch text. Huh? You should play something for us, Monica. That's... Monica looks at me. Did she notice Sayori interrupting her own sentence too? Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! Maybe we could do that instead of a club activity one of these days. Maybe. In that case, I won't let you down, my dude. Monica gives me a big smile. Not the club. Me. What's up with her? So, have you been practicing to play something specific, or just in general? Well, I've been practicing a whole lot, and I'm actually making my own song. Hell yeah! That's what I'm talking about! Is it any good? I hope so. Anyway, did anything important happen while I was gone? I almost tell her about the cookie incident, but I figured that telling her about how I literally wrestled Sayori wouldn't look good on me. Nah, nothing major. Just some gossip, the usual. And with that, everything settled down. Sayori's at her desk. It looks like she's doodling. Yuri is bound to her book, as is her nature, and Natsuki's at the back of the room trying to get something from the lockers. So, again, since there is no poem minigame, like, there is no choosing who to spend your time with. So, like, the motivation I'm going with for this is that first day of the club yesterday, my dude just got a book from Yuri, so he probably wouldn't interrupt Yuri. Like, especially since he knows she's this shy creature who, like, retreated to the book immediately after giving him Markov. So he's like, oh yeah, I'll just read the book I got. And so now he noticed also yesterday that Natsuki's with the lockers, and she's doing it again today. So now he's like, all right, what's Natsuki up to? And as far as Sayori is concerned, today, like, she's doodling, she's busy. So what's up with Natsuki? Monica. It appears she wants Monica, but why? Natsuki, what's up? Monica, you didn't move my manga again, did you? I don't really appreciate the gravity of Natsuki's complaint until I try to see where her manga actually is. They aren't in the lockers at all. They're up on top of them, which is pretty high up for me, let alone Natsuki. Teacher got mad at me for taking up space in the lockers, so I had to move them out of the way. They're all in order up there. Ugh. Natsuki does a little hop, presumably to get a better feel for the situation. It seems bleak. Geez, this is so inconvenient. I'm moving all these back down. That teacher's full of crap. The lockers have plenty of room. Besides, they're really pretty to look at all lined up. Why would you hide it where no one can see? Hey, you want me to give you a hand with getting them down, Natsuki? As if. I can get them myself. Okay. Natsuki looks around for some sort of vertical enhancement. Personally, I would use one of the many available chairs. But Natsuki, the maniac that she is, decides to try and use one of the recycling bins as footing. Days since Natsuki was not wildin'? 0. What, do you think I'm too short to get my manga or something? All I'm saying is that your height certainly doesn't help. Ugh. Well, you know what? Just watch me. Natsuki makes her way onto a recycling bin, which, go figure, is not the most stable structure for this sort of operation. I scoot slightly closer to Natsuki, just in case she falls. A little bit of wobble there. She can reach the top of the lockers with the tip of their fingers while standing normally. If I went and got a chair, I could reach pretty much anywhere up there, and I'd be safer doing it. But somebody wanted to show off her hubris. Natsuki manages to get one of the smaller boxes into her clutches after some careful scooching. See? Yeah! The small box suddenly tips, its contents are about to spill out. Natsuki barely catches it. It's Wobble City up there on that recycling bin. Wah wah! Oh, Natsuki's fallen over. Gotcha. I make sure to let go of Natsuki just as soon as I softened her fall. I just know she'd call me a pervert or something. Huh? The manga's fine, but it seems Natsuki's still a little shaken up after the fall. You pervert! Are you kidding me? I specifically let you go as soon as possible to make sure you didn't get any bright ideas. Jeez. How do you plan on getting the bigger boxes if you fall after getting that small one? Shut up, my dude! Natsuki, does the phrase to each according to their ability just not matter to you? Oh, sorry, I don't know how to read my own script. Just mean nothing to you? What are you on about? I'm trying to subtly guide you into effective decision-making and delegation skills. What the hell are you talking about? I'll give you a hint. It'd be better to use me to get them for you, rather than use me as a stunt mattress. Without letting her respond, I get a nearby chair. At the very least, we should not be using that recycling bin for this. Without any prompting, Natsuki hops on the newly acquired chair. Yeah, okay. See, I need to learn how to delegation or whatever you were talking about. Bigger box of marker. She turns around and get up a chair, but the weight of the manga causes her to slightly lose her balance. Oh, come on! Natsuki once again finds herself in my arms. Sadly, not all of the mangas escaped unscathed. At least one volume left the box. What did I just say? Why didn't you hold the chair steady? Now, Natsuki, I believe you made your stance on my help very clear. You didn't want any. Natsuki seems to have noticed that one of the volumes fell out and spots it on the floor. Oh no! A crease! Dang it! This is all your fault, my dude. I disagree strongly. Look, do you want me to steady the chair, or just get the rest of the boxes? Just steady this stupid chair. Alright. I do as she says. I walk up and steady that chair. I'm kinda close to her butt. It's a good thing girls don't fart! Yeah. Natsuki gets her hands on the next box. That one's quite the chunker. Hey, my dude. I don't think I'll be able to bend down without falling. Hurry up and take this one. Alright, but I'll have to let go of the chair to do that. Yeah, it'll just be for a second. Hurry up. Gotcha. I walk around to the side that Natsuki's holding the manga. Box grabbed. Dang, this thing is as hefty as it looks. How did Natsuki even lift this with the tiny little leverage she had? I successfully put the box of manga down on a nearby desk without causing a single volume to suffer any casualties. Thanks, my dude. You're welcome, Natsuki. As much as I would like to shove it in her face that she really should have asked for my help, her actually thanking me for my help is too much progress to just ignore. Natsuki looks toward the one volume that fell on the floor earlier and got creased. She sits down in the chair I moved and starts crying. Oh. Was that one really rare or something? No. Huh. Well, do you want me to help get the crease out, or... No. It's just... I'm having a really bad day today. And I didn't mean to be such a jerk to you. You were just trying to help. Ah. Well, we've all had bad days before. You want to talk about it? Every day is so hard. And I just want to come to the club and... With that, Natsuki falls silent. It seems she doesn't want to talk anymore. Or maybe she just can't find the strength to. Alright. I'll try this before giving her some distance. Do you want me to read some manga with you? Huh? It's obvious you care a lot about it. And I haven't really read manga before, so I figured you could introduce me to it. Why are you being so nice to me? This is what counts as nice these days? Well, anyway, growing up I was always told to help people who need it. So I guess you should thank my parents when they get back home from their business trips. Both of your parents are on a business trip? Yep, that's right. My dad wouldn't trust me to live alone at my house. Or at my house alone. There's probably a lot to unpack there if this only comes out when she's sobbing. I decided to leave that topic alone for now. So, I'm seeing a whole bunch of series here. Which one do you want to read with me? We're reading Parfait Girls. Parfait Girls, Parfait Girls. Ah, there it is. It's a bit girly, but if that's what Natsuki needs, that's what she'll get. Which volume do you want to read with me? Let's start from the beginning. Volume what it is, then. You want me to get another chair and sit by you? Natsuki points underneath the window by the recycling bins. That's where I usually sit. On the floor? Yeah, it's comfy there. I don't think Natsuki is in the mood to argue about hygiene. Alright. We've managed to read through the entirety of Volume 1. As you can probably tell, Natsuki's mood improved while we were reading. Personally, I didn't really think that much of it. Right now, it's a typical slice-of-life affair with a baking theme. So it gets more interesting as you go on, but you wouldn't be able to tell from the first volume alone. But if this is where Natsuki gets her happiness, I'd rather not take that away from her. Part of the way through our reading, Natsuki scooched close enough for our shoulders to be touching. I decided to just let Natsuki do her thing and not call any attention to it. If she needs me to provide some platonic physical connection, I'll do it. Sayori didn't train me over the years for nothing. Just after we finish, Manga gets everyone's attention to single poem time. So, what'd you think? It was alright. You want to read the next volume with me tomorrow? Just alright? Ah, wait till we get to volume 2 tomorrow. I'll take that as a yes. Anyway, you're the president. Poem time. Alright. Hey, Sayori. Want to read my poem? Yes, I do. Sure thing. The woods. Green leaves, wooden trees. The birds sing to greet the day. Blue stream, wet thing. The fish swim and spray. Yellow sun reveals all fun. It beams down to help all grow. Brown critters frolic and skitter. Fast in the morning, in the evening they slow. Gray clouds from northward abound. Winter is coming. Life is fading. White snow descends below. They are not dead. They lie in waiting. The woodsman has seen it all, and he knows the golden truth. The woods lives in cycles, always birthing new youth. Ooh, this one's good. Although it's kind of like a Natsuki poem. Yeah, after reading her poem yesterday, I just want to put my own spin on that kind of poem. So, is it better than yesterday's? I don't know. I think they're both pretty good. I guess it's better to write 2 good poems than only have 1 good one. I was sort of hoping for a little more feedback, though. Well, I'm not good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. But that's why I just go by my heart. Oh, this is vanilla. Fair enough, I guess. Poems are art, so I guess having the goal be to have the reader feel something seems about right. Speaking of feeling something, lay that poem on me. Alright! Finished to write this morning, so I hope you like it. So you already slipped me your poem. My eyes, they read! Yeah, in case you didn't notice, like, unlike the original game, the poems are, like, happening concurrently to a text box. And so I got, like, 3 days worth of lines, so I have to write 12 individual lines for I'm reading a poem right now. And so I tried to have a unique line for each one. Anyway, bottles. I pop up my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles, all in a row. My connection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle is starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring in a dark cave. Discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally all done, I open up, and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend. Each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile beneath my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts and shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading. Something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo. Inside my head. Does the person in this poem have a dustpan, Sayori? Eh? That's what you have to ask about my poem? Well, it's just... they've got shards of happy memories all over the floor. I'm worried they might hurt their feet if they aren't wearing shoes. I didn't think about that. Do you know where your dustpan is, Sayori? What? No? Oh, I'll have to lend you mine then. I don't want you getting hurt from all the happy memories on the floor either. What? Don't be silly, my dude. My footsies are perfectly safe. Okay. I thought your poem was pretty good, potential floor hazards notwithstanding. Aw, thanks, my dude. I lied. I didn't really like Sayori's poem. It's got me worried about her. Which, to be fair, is probably over nothing. But this is a really sad poem when you break it down. The narrator's friends come by to take all their happy memories that ultimately just fall and shatter. Pretty sobering. But I'm not going to tell her that, though. I tried hinting at it using the dustpan curveball to see how she'd react. But I don't think I got anything insightful out of it. I'll just have to talk to her some more when we go to buy groceries after this. So, it's a very common trope. I think that, like, it's not even just a common trope. It's a very, like, save the doki genre kind of trope that MC, when reading these fucked up poems, is like, oh my god, are you okay, though? Like, I read your poem, you're clearly have crippling mental health problems. I'd like to help with that. And I think it's very confrontative to do that, and I think it isn't... I don't think it necessarily works to do that. Like, especially in real life. I mean, obviously, if someone needs the help, like, you confront them as much as you can. Like, you know... saving lives is important, I'd say. I'd argue. But, like, in this moment, I'm trying to convey that my dude, like, has tact about it. So instead of being like, oh my god, Sayori, do you have depression because of the poem I read? He's like, okay, this poem is really sad, and I'm not about that at all. This is not a Sayori feeling thing, especially compared to yesterday's poem, which was a Sayori feeling thing. Definitively, he said as much. And so, instead of being like, oh my god, Sayori, are you okay? He's trying to go for like the hit him from the side, be like, oh, Sayori, do you have a dustpan? Because you got happy memories all over the floor. So he's sort of like hinting that he knows something's up, but he's letting the other person come to their own conclusions about what he means by that. And so if they want to come to the conclusion that he's literally talking about the dustpan, that's like, oh, they're fine. They're thinking literally. But if they don't think literally, they think, oh god, he's talking about how I got happy memories all over the floor, and he's trying to help me with that. That's sort of like I'll throw you a curveball. I'll react based on what you hit back to me. And what Sayori hit back was nothing conclusive. Let's see what Pinky has to say about my poem. Only if it's better than yesterday's. But she reads, I'll give you this, it is better than yesterday's. I was actually inspired by your poem yesterday. Huh? Yeah, I thought your deliberate use of rhyme was cool, so I tried doing something similar. Obviously, I stick to my rhyme scheme throughout the poem, but still. I guess she's trying to see if I'm tricking her. This wasn't supposed to happen. Huh? What wasn't? Your poems are supposed to be bad! I'm supposed to be the one impressing you. But you go and make something this good for your second poem? My bad. I didn't mean it. Thanks for the compliment, though. I'm glad you liked it. Hey, we don't know if your poem won't impress me yet, so hand it over. Fine, here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. My face scrunches in disgust. What? Was it really that bad? Natsuki sounds like my reaction really hurt her. Dang it! No, it's just... Just what? I don't like spiders. Like, I really don't like spiders. Even though spiders weren't an important part of the poem, just the mention of them fills my thoughts with... those eight-legged, eight-eyed, web-spinning monsters. Hey! My dude, you're such a friggin' wuss. But seriously, what did you really think of my poem? Other than the spiders, it was pretty good. I think the antagonist-narrator concept is pretty interesting. Eh, what do you mean by that? Oh, well, the narrator of this poem is obviously meant to be a jerk, right? Yeah? That's what I meant. It's something I haven't really seen before. Which, to be fair, might be because I don't read much poetry. I do have a question, though. What? Is there a particular inspiration for this Amy character? No. I see. I guess it is probably better to vent your frustrations into a poem rather than directly with the person themselves. Not to imply that's what you did, though. The world really would be better without spider lovers. Natsuki looks at me with a mischievous smirk. Don't get any bright ideas. What you talking about, my dude? I grumbled to myself before walking away to share my poem with someone else. So, the Amy Likes Spiders poem is often interpreted as Natsuki's writing about herself, in that, like, her love for manga is Amy's love for spiders, and, like, you shouldn't bully someone for having a weird interest. But, like, I've thought, personally me, Skudik, I thought that it could also, like, be about Yuri. Because, like, the last few stanzas of, like, it doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. And I'm going to tell everybody. Sort of, like, makes me think, oh, it doesn't matter if Yuri's only hurting herself and not hurting anyone else. I'm gonna tell everybody, like, that she's got a problem. Which, to be fair, self-harm is bad. I will take that stance. I am on that hill. I will die on that hill. Self-harm is bad. Don't do it. So, yeah. Let's see what you've written for today. Whoa, I only just walked up to her. Are you really that excited, Yuri? Eh? Oh dear. I mean, I don't really mind. I was just surprised. Based on how you reacted to my first poem, I didn't think you'd be that interested in my second. I told you that it wasn't bad for a first poem, didn't I? Well, yeah, I just thought you were being nice. Oh. Well, since you asked for it, here. I hand Yuri my poem, which she is now reading. So, is it better than my first poem? It's sort of similar to something Natsuki would write. Oh yeah? Well, I was a little inspired by the rhyme scheme for a poem yesterday, so I figured I'd try my own take on that concept. I'm happy you're exploring new evidence of your writing, even if it's a bit simple. So better, but not by much, then. No. I think the rhyming pattern's interesting, and I like how each stanza starts with a color. And it's like a tour through the forest using color. You noticed the color thing? That really makes me feel seen. Thanks, Yuri. You're welcome, my dude. And so, as part of this, I'm trying to, like, lean into the Yuri is the smartest person in the club angle. Because if you remember yesterday's poem, Yuri was the only one who, like, actually commented about what the poem is about. And how she's like, oh yeah, you're comparing projectors to people. And so also, for this day, I believe Yuri's the only one commenting, rather, on the contents of the poem, being like, oh yeah, I liked how you had each star of the stanza have a color, and I liked the rhyme scheme. I like how you were deliberate about what you were writing. I put my heart into that. So can I see your poem now? I'll share it with you. Why did she put so much emphasis on the you? Is this like a jab at Natsuki or something? Or does it mean something else? And the answer to that question, we'll soon find out, is it means something else. No time to think about that. Yuri's got her poem outstretched for the taking. It happened in the dead of night, while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious still aware of the consequences, or well aware, rather. Well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited, or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. Huh. My dude? Eh? Oh, sorry, I was just thinking about your poem. Trying to give it the analysis it deserves, you know? Eh? Obviously, the raccoon is a metaphor for some sort of addiction, or something like that. Especially with that last line about feeding the raccoon being the same as feeding yourself. I mean, I came here for a poem, not a psychological deep dive. It's honestly kind of cool. Where do you find the inspiration for this sort of stuff, Yuri? I look up from her poem, which I was focusing on as a way to keep my thoughts in order. Yuri? You seem kind of nervous. Does this writing come from the heart, too? So obviously, like, when you have played the Doki Doki Literature Club, you do know in retrospect that, yes, this poem, like, it has to be about Yuri cutting herself, and it has to be about, like, her addiction to that. And my dude doesn't know about that. He does not know about the cutting. He does not know about that yet. What he does know is that, like, based off the lines of the stanza where it's like, and I feed myself again, that, like, the raccoon and Yuri are figuratively one being, and so giving into the urge, like, it's an addiction. She's giving into something. And so, like, well, Yuri will try to claim it like it's a weird hobby. Yeah, no. It's very obvious she's writing about something else. I was just surprised you caught on to the figurative elements so well. I hope that's all it was. Regardless of my interpretations, it was pretty good. And, Yuri? Yeah? You want to talk after school sometime? Huh? Well, we haven't really had the chance to just talk about Portrait of Markov like you wanted to, yeah? Since poem sharing takes away valuable time to talk, and you focus on your reading in the free time, so I figured it'd be better to talk after everything's done and dusted. Or would you rather meet up during lunch or something? Don't you eat lunch with Sayori? Or don't you eat with Sayori at lunch, though? Huh. Now that you mention it, I probably should be eating lunch with Sayori. Anyway, would that be fine? That would be nice. Alright. I'm getting groceries with Sayori today, so it'll either be later today or tomorrow, whichever works best for you. I don't mind talking to you later today. Sure thing. Do you want to meet up somewhere, or should we call over a messaging app, or something? Meet up somewhere? Huh? Oh, right. That does sound kind of like a date. I got a Chaos account, if that works. Chaos, by the way, is synonymous with, a word that starts with a D and ends with a D, and has a C somewhere in the middle. Oh. I got one, too. Cool. Let's just change accounts, yeah? Where did this see? Yuri pulls out her phone. As expected, she opens up what looks to be the Chaos messaging app. Now it's a little fuss. Alright, I'll DM you later today when I'm ready. Alright, my dude. It was nice sharing poems with you again. You too, Yuri. Alright, I can actually do that thing she wanted. Talk about the book she gave me. That and see if her poem today is actually worth worrying about, or just a piece of art. So, my dude's being proactive here, socially, because as we remember, I've established my dude is socially competent. He is able to ask a girl for their number. Not off the street, but like they're friends. Or at the very least, my dude thinks they're friends now. And so we'll get more into. You know what? No, I think I'll get into Yuri's motivations now. So, in the original game, Yuri obviously has a route, so you can have her fall in love with MC. And like the way MC does it is sort of just like a constant sense of gentleness. That like even though Yuri is like freaking the hell out over all these little social things, MC is calmly being like, no, Yuri, it's chill. I will feed you the chocolate. I will read the book with you. I will thank you for the gift, and I will write poems that you want to read. So, like, and my perspective on that is that, like, in a this is writing for a game standpoint, in like a, what is it, Doylist sense, it's, obviously, it has to be written like that. It's a dating simulator. Of course she falls in love with him, even if it doesn't make sense. But, like, from an in-universe perspective, like, Yuri quickly falling in love with MC, I think is like, indicative of her act to character trait and her addiction to the cutting herself. Because I think, at the end of the day, like, Yuri's major thing is that she is obsessive. Like, she's obsessed with books, she's obsessed with reading, like, so much so to the detriment of her social life. And she's obsessed with cutting herself. Because, you know, you can't do that if you're not obsessed. Because if you're not obsessed, you'd be like, ouch, this hurts, I'll stop. So, because, like, you know, the body will literally be like, fight or flight, stop doing that, you can't do that. And so, I'm trying to lean into that. I'm trying to say, even though my dude, like, doesn't have the option to write poems that she loves, like, that uses all 20 of her Yuri words, I'm saying that, like, the constant, like, pressure of gentleness is there. Like, because my dude is very gentle with Yuri. And, like, whenever, like, he's being sarcastic and she reacts, he says, I'm sorry. It's gonna be okay. I'll take your gift in stride. And I will talk to you about that book. And I will do the heavy lifting of the socializing for you and make sure that you are comfortable with this. And not only that, I'm also saying that like, the only time we see in Doki Doki Literature Club of the girls reading each other's poems is the Natsuki and Yuri argument, where they both sort of, like, just disregard each other for being different. And, like, we can assume that after that argument, they decide to be chill about it. Like, assuming that, like, that even happens, and it's not just like this is a video game, it doesn't happen, we're just not gonna talk about it kind of deal. But, like, when they do present their poems, everyone applauds, but no one, like, talks about the contents of the poem. It's focusing on the performances. So, I'm also going for the angle that my dude being competent at reading Yuri's poems, she loves that. She really loves that about my dude. That, like, he is, like, has a capable, like, IQ above 90 and can read that poem and be like, oh, this is what it's about, mostly, I think. Yeah. So that's the angle I'm going for. So Yuri, over the course of this week, has begun to develop not love for MC. I am not saying that she loves MC. I'm saying she is obsessed with MC. And it's not Act 2 Yandere Yuri. This is a crush that like is like not effectively socially developed because Yuri doesn't have effective social development.